Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Taking a quick look here again at Dogecoin. Did some pretty good stuff here yesterday. I was watching it as I was traveling, hoping that it worked out very well for our community. I know we had somebody in our Discord do very, very well with it, if I'm not mistaken. Nice profits there still previous. Great job, folks. Really happy it's all working out well for you. What we're going to do here today is take another look, of course, at the back end data here and kind of see where liquidation levels are at, because oftentimes there's liquidation sweeps that go in different directions. We want to double check that, and we can see massive amount of liquidation there between 8.2 and about 8.5. So that's all swept there. We do have some new levels, of course. We can kind of look here, zoom in at about 9.1 if you round up a little bit. Okay, so most recent high, pretty standard place for liquidation to accumulate. Okay, we also got to recognize there's still some new longs here at about 8.4. We'll see if that's viable to be able to hold on to a long position, or if possibly the inverse would be appropriate. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Thanks again for watching. Hope you can learn something here today. If you do want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is the website. Link down below where you can kind of register to be part of our community. Got a lot of new members coming over. There are limited slots available, so just be sure that you double check that here soon. But the reason why it's beneficial is because we got some nice healthy profits here. Some nice shorts from ETH, ICP, Matic, and Bitcoin. Okay, so nice little shorts there. And with our Premium Plus group too, we also caught some nice little profit from Solana and Matic yesterday for some scalps. And today here so far, we're shorting Solana at this point. So interesting stuff the way that's working out. We'll keep an eye on that. I'll keep you abreast, of course, and I'll get you a Solana update here shortly. Take a look at Dogecoin. Well, let's talk about the daily time frame here and work our way down. First of all, we're not overextended. This is a new little pump. Of course, we've been fairly range bound, but to kind of be candid and big picture here, we broke this descending trend. Okay, you can see we're up over the 20-day SMA, breaking through tentatively the 50-day SMA. Now I say breaking through because it's wicked up twice, 2 days in a row, and hasn't closed above that. So technically at this point, it hasn't officially closed above, so we want to presume that's going to be a resistance level for us. You can see this pretty obvious level here where the price action was holding pretty steady here too as well, where the price could not come down below that. We tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th attempt broke to the downside. So 8.8, we could round up to say 8.9 rather. 8.9 is a pretty solid resistance level for us considering how much trouble it had passing through that level initially. Okay, and the reason why subordinate resistance levels exist is because people, they have this mindset of how good value for things are. Okay, specifically the whales, they're the ones controlling this here, and they feel right now 8.9 is too high. Okay, so we're rejecting off that level, coincidentally right there at the 50-day SMA. Take a look at the moving averages. We were above 50 on the RSI. This is fantastic. Stochastic RSI swinging up, and money flow index is extremely high. So we got a lot of money flowing into this coin. That's a really, really good sign. That means the price will likely sustain itself. Same thing here with the MACD as well. We're converging strong. So the daily time frame looks awesome. Only little hitch here is getting above that 8.9 level based on that recent resistance on the 50-day SMA, and of course the previous low turned into a new high. We can see this upper level liquidity just got swept. We have a lower level, of course, that's still there, and a fair value that could still get swept at about 9.1. Coincidentally, right here at 9.1, we have a heavy concentration of liquidation. So my speculation is the price will go up before it goes down. We have a nice little type of pattern here forming here so far, and it does look like it wants to break out. Again, we never want to presume, but we're up over the 20-day and the 200-day SMA, and those are important trend lines. Being above the 200, we're holding that level pretty strong at 8.6. So 8.6 does look like a pivot point there for us. We can also see here, of course, as well with MACD, RSI, Stochastic, everything's looking pretty strong. Stochastic is swinging down, but it looks like it's trying to shift momentum. We can see RSI and money flow index are both very high right there at that 70, 75 range. And of course, MACD is tapering off, but hasn't fully yet. Okay. So these are all things I like to look for when taking a long position with a swing trade. So this coin definitely looks good. I also like that we are consolidating just above this most recent high. You can see this most recent high there where the price couldn't close above 8.6. That's the new low. Okay, really cool stuff. We got this resistance, term support. The only consistency we have here, the only resistance we have here that is consistent is that 8.9 level. Okay, so we got to pay attention to 8.9. We break above that, we should be in good shape to see the price continue to run. We may even see it run now here. Let's take a quick look at some confirmational signs. We can kind of verify here that the window of opportunity is closing, which isn't a bad thing. It just means you want to probably trim some profit from your long position. And what does that mean? Well, sell a percentage of your open position and consider letting the rest ride. Okay. You don't have to close it, of course. It could continue higher. There's a lot of bullish signs here. But again, we're moving into a resistance level, and we're effectively creating lower lows and lower highs, but also higher highs and higher lows. Okay. Starting to squeeze and compress. Oftentimes when that happens, since it drives from the original bottom, we can see that it works itself into a little triangle, and oftentimes the price will break out to the upside here. That's considered an ascending wedge pattern there. Typically, it's a bullish pattern. Looking at the hourly, double check here this really quickly as well. We can see our money flow index is looking good. We've got the nice little pivot, that little bounce there. We can also see as well on the hourly that we're above the cloud, all confirming factors here. So really there's nothing here holding us back except for the fact that we're in this range and we haven't moved up yet, leading us to believe that this coming in here to intersect does imply that we're losing momentum. But it's not like a terrible, treacherous situation. The more time we spend here, honestly, the better, because then we can continue to create higher highs and higher lows from here. So I think Dogecoin is looking pretty solid, honestly, at this point. Let's quickly confirm a couple things here on the 15 and just see if we have confirmation, which we do. CC Golden Indicator gave us some information here back in right there at about 7.7, and we got confirmation to sell here. While it was a little early, it was still a nice, safe profit for our community. Same thing here as well. We got some nice buy signals here, leading me to believe that we'll have a sell signal coming up here soon if we can break through this 9.1 mark. Okay, so I think this coin is looking pretty solid. The TA looks pretty good overall. The only thing kind of holding it back potentially is if we see on the if we see Bitcoin later today, the Asian markets open up and the Bitcoin drops really hard, that would be a cause for concern here for Dogecoin. Okay, because obviously the price of Bitcoin pulling back, it has been susceptible to those pullbacks. So just be mindful of that. Last but not least, if you want to become a community member, I get this question a lot. Make sure that you reference our signals guide. I talk about how to structure trades effectively, the difference between premium plus. The day trade signals perform a lot different than the swing trade signals. And then, of course, also make sure you check this out too. We have a trading competition for Bitunix right now, active and available. Make sure to check that out if you haven't already. Again, you have to use my link to register. Make sure you use that link down below. But there's no KYC or VPN for this exchange, so my US and Canadian members are loving it. And I deeply appreciate you, Bitunix, for an awesome opportunity for our community. Thank you so much. We will look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for your time. Take care.